So I'm trying out this, is it Milescraft Hingemate 350, and I've got to convert a bifold door to just 2 single doors, so I've got to rehinge it, and I thought I'd just pick up one of these. Now in the past, what I would have done was just grab a chisel and mark the hinges and chisel them out, but I thought, you know, I saw this at Lowe's and I thought I would just try it. So it's got all these different templates. Sawdust going over here with different size hinges, and it even has some strike plate templates. And it also has the a neat little template for your drill to pre-drill for the hinge screws, and this nifty corner chisel in case you've got square edged hinges. I happen to pick up the 1/4 inch radius hinges because I like them most, and I also know that that works with my router bed. So what I've done is, or what you were supposed to do, is screw this thing down based on the thickness of your door. I've just got a 2x4 up here. I'm trying it out in the vise, and so you're supposed to screw it down. It had some wimpy screws. They weren't very coarse, and the heads are really small. I can see those wearing out really fast, and you know, most of us carry these number 2 Phillips head bits. So I just ran a coarse threaded drywall screw. One thing I noticed right off is that this doesn't necessarily want to sit down in there nice and flat. You can see the gap there. So I don't know if it needs to be trimmed off inside or what, but I'm going to give it a try if I can do this one-handed. I've got my little router here, and it's kind of neat. They give you this router bit that has the collar on it, so you should just be able to run it around. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. To get the bigger. I have to get the bigger router. I use 2 hands. So just for now, let me. I'm going to use 2 hands and get this out, that last little piece out, because this doesn't have a very big plate on the bottom. This is my cool little. I actually love this little. Is this a Makita? Yeah, it's a handy dandy router. I use it for everything. But you really need a bigger plate so that when you're running this around, you don't get that right there. So let me finish this out with 2 hands, and I'll be right back. So that worked pretty good, and that's nice and quick. Let's take this template off here. And my wife decided she's going to vacuum. One hand again, not working out very well. And I've got my drill instead of my impact driver. That's why it's doing that thingy where it's spinning. Well, good Lord. I'm trying to keep it from falling on the floor. So I thought, honestly, I thought this thing clamped to the door somehow. That's obviously not how that works, but so you got these 2 little screws, holes, no big deal. Let's see how our hinge works out. That's nice and flush. So that looks pretty good. This end is not quite flush, and I think you just got to make sure you get that template down on there good. You would think that thing would just fall right in there. Or maybe just go ahead and set your router for just a 1/2 millimeter thicker. Of course, you don't want these hinges to get too deep, because you'll get hinge bound there. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Thank you. I just realized I couldn't do this whole camera and the drill and the hinge at the same time. But this is the neatest tool. Look at this, Alex. What happens is the drill bits, that's a spring loaded in there. As I push down, make sure that's in there good and flush. Get that down in there. You're not in the like that. So as I push down, the drill bit's going to go in. Theoretically. Is that in reverse or? Yeah, there we go. That cool?
Yep.
It drills you a little pilot hole and it keeps it centered. I didn't realize the whole thing was going to spin. There we go. Thanks. You know how when you buy a set of tools or a kit or something and you've got that one little thing that makes the whole thing worth it? Well, that's pretty cool, that little gadget. So now we're going to have a neat hole. Is this the right size? Yep, didn't want to do that. Try to get the one-handed. And you get the point. Really, I don't want to. I'm just testing this out, so I don't want to mess up the head on my screws. So that's going to be all I'm going to do. But isn't that cool? Pretty easy. So now, if you were not paying attention when you bought your hinges, and you bought square, edged hinges, this neat little corner chisel, it's kind of cool. You just set that right there in the corner, and then I guess you tap on it with your hammer. If I had another hand, I'll just push down, make an indent, and that would take out that corner. Pretty cool. Somebody thought this little kit through, didn't they? This is kind of handy. They've got a little chart on the inside of the wrapper. Shows you the different standard heights of hinges. I started to say shingles. Good Lord, can't speak. It's Sunday. Anyway, guys, just thought I would show you what I picked up to help us get these doors back into shape, or back into the proper shape or configuration. And I'll do a little video when we actually convert the bifold door. I just wanted to get this thing tried out so that Barrett and I wouldn't be having to spend too much time reading directions. Thanks, guys.